My child, heed this urgent message. Your fast could be in vain. The Lord reveals the one crucial mistake that nullifies your sacrifice. In these last days, as the world teeters on the brink of chaos, I call you to a holy fast. But beware, for Satan seeks to corrupt even your most sacred offerings. Listen closely, for time grows short. The signs are clear. Nations rage, the earth groans, and a great deception sweeps across the land. Yet in this darkness, I offer you a lifeline, a fast that pierces the heavens and moves my hand. But first you must understand, fasting is not mere abstinence from food. It is not a diet to shed pounds or impress your peers. No, my child, true fasting is a weapon of spiritual warfare, a key to unlock divine favor and protection in these perilous times. Is not this the kind of fasting I have chosen? To loose the chains of injustice and untie the cords of the yoke, to set the oppressed free and break every yoke. Yet how many of my children have misunderstood this sacred practice? How many parade their piety, posting their fasts on social media, seeking the admiration of men rather than the approval of their God? Hear me now. This is the one thing you must never do when fasting. Seek the praise of men. When you fast, do not look somber as the hypocrites do, for they disfigure their faces to show others they are fasting. Truly, I tell you, they have received their reward in full. But when you fast, put oil on your head and wash your face, so that it will not be obvious to others that you are fasting, but only to your Father who is unseen, and your Father who sees what is done in secret will reward you. My child, understand the power of secrecy in your spiritual walk. When you fast in secret, you align yourself with the hidden realms of my kingdom. You tap into a wellspring of power that the world cannot see or comprehend. Let me reveal to you the depths of this truth. In the quiet solitude of your fast, you enter a sacred space where the veil between the natural and the supernatural grows thin. It is here, in the secret place, that I mold you into a vessel fit for my use. Remember the prophet Elijah, who fasted 40 days and nights before hearing my still, small voice on Mount Horeb. It was not in the wind, the earthquake, or the fire that I spoke, but in the gentle whisper that followed. So too must you quiet your heart and mind through fasting, creating a sanctuary where my voice can be heard above the clamor of the world. But there is more. As you enter this sacred fast, know that the world stands at a crossroads. Even now, political powers shift like sand beneath your feet. The return of leaders once thought vanquished looms on the horizon, threatening to plunge nations into turmoil. Do not be deceived by the chaos you see. These are but birth pangs, setting the stage for my grand design. Your fast, done in secret and with a pure heart, will be a beacon cutting through the darkness. As you abstain from food, abstain also from the poison of social media and the ceaseless chatter of man's opinions. For in the silence, you will hear my voice more clearly than ever before. Hear me, my child. The world systems are crumbling. Economic uncertainties loom large, wars and rumors of wars abound, and a great shaking is coming to the nations. But those who have trained themselves in the discipline of fasting will stand firm amidst the chaos. God is our refuge and strength, an ever-present help in trouble. Therefore we will not fear, though the earth give way, and the mountains fall into the heart of the sea, though its waters roar and foam, and the mountains quake with their surging. Your fast is a declaration of dependence on me, a rejection of the world's false securities. As you deny your flesh, you affirm your trust in my provision and protection. But take heart, my beloved. Though I speak of trials and tribulations, know that I have not abandoned you. Your fast, when done with humility and reverence, draws you closer to my heart. It aligns you with my will and grants you wisdom to navigate the treacherous waters ahead. Even now, declares the Lord, return to me with all your heart, with fasting and weeping and mourning. Rend your heart and not your garments. Return to the Lord your God, for he is gracious and compassionate, slow to anger and abounding in love, and he relents from sending calamity. My child, as you fast, pour out your heart before me. Lay bare your fears, your doubts, your struggles. sees in secret, who knows the innermost chambers of your heart. And as you humble yourself before me, I will lift you up. Consider the example of Daniel, whose 3-week fast brought breakthrough in the spiritual realm. Though he could not see it, his fasting and prayers were waging war against principalities and powers. So too does your fast shake the foundations of the enemy's strongholds. But be warned, the enemy prowls like a roaring lion, seeking to devour your faith and nullify your fast. He will whisper lies, telling you that your sacrifice is meaningless, that your prayers fall on deaf ears. Do not listen, for every moment of hunger, every pang of discomfort, is a battle cry in the spiritual realm. The adversary knows the power of true fasting. He trembles at the thought of my children discovering this ancient key to spiritual authority. This is why he has flooded the world with counterfeits, diets that masquerade as spiritual disciplines, self-help programs that promise enlightenment without surrender. Reject these deceptions. Your fast is not about self-improvement or achieving some worldly ideal. It is about dying to self, so that you might live fully in me. As you fast, declare my promises over your life. Proclaim victory over sickness, over financial lack, over broken relationships. For your fast is not just about abstaining from food. It is about feasting on my word and my presence. Hear me, child of God. As the world spirals into darkness, I am raising up a remnant, a holy nation within the nations. These are my hidden ones who have learned to live from the secret place of the Most High. Their fasting and prayers are rewriting the course of history, though the world knows it not. You are called to be among this company. Your fast, when aligned with my purposes, has the power to alter the destiny of nations. If my people, who are called by my name, will humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then I will hear from heaven, and I will forgive their sin and will heal their land. But understand this, the fast I desire goes beyond mere abstinence from food. I call you to fast from injustice, to loose the chains of oppression, to set the captives free. Let your fast be a catalyst for righteousness in a world bent on wickedness. For did I not declare through the prophet Isaiah, is not this the kind of fasting I have chosen, to loose the chains of injustice, and untie the cords of the yoke, to set the oppressed free and break every yoke? Is it not to share your food with the hungry, and to provide the poor wanderer with shelter? When you see the naked, to clothe them, and not to turn away from your own flesh and blood. As you align yourself with my will through fasting, watch as I begin to move in your life and in the world around you. Nations will shake, but you will stand firm. Economies may crumble, but you will walk in divine provision. For those who honor me, I will honor. Hear me, for I speak of mysteries long hidden. Your fast, when done with a pure heart, opens portals of revelation. The veil grows thin, and you begin to see as I see, to know as you are known. In these last days, I am pouring out my spirit on all flesh. Your sons and daughters will prophesy. Your old men will dream dreams. Your young men will see visions. But it is those who have disciplined themselves in fasting who will steward these revelations with wisdom and discernment. Time is short, my child. The day approaches when fasting will no longer be a choice, but a necessity for survival. Those who have not trained themselves in this spiritual discipline will find themselves weak and unprepared for the trials ahead. But you, my faithful one, will be as a sturdy oak, your roots deep in the soil of my word, nourished by the hidden streams of fasting and prayer. When others falter, you will stand. When others fear, you will have peace that passes understanding. Now, my child, I give you a mandate. Share this message far and wide, not to boast of your own fasting, but to call my children back to this sacred practice. For in these last days I am raising up a remnant, a people those who have eyes to see, let them see. Fast now, pray now, align your heart with mine now. For in the days to come, you will need every ounce of spiritual strength and discernment. My child, understand the gravity of this moment. Your fast is not just for your own benefit, but for the sake of a world hanging in the balance. As you deny yourself, you become a living sacrifice, a conduit of my power in a realm desperately in need of divine intervention. Remember always, I am with you, I am for you, and as you humble yourself in fasting and prayer, I will exalt you in due time. In your fasting, you join a great cloud of witnesses: Abraham, Moses, Elijah, Esther, Daniel, Anna the prophetess, and countless others who have shaped the course of history through their sacrificial devotion. You stand in a lineage of world changers, history makers, and kingdom advancers. Hear me, for I speak of the times and seasons. A great harvest approaches, the likes of which the world has never seen. But before the harvest comes the pruning, before the breakthrough comes the pressing. Your fast positions you to not only survive these times, but to thrive in them. As you fast, I will sharpen your spiritual senses. You will discern the signs of the times with supernatural clarity. Where others see only chaos, you will perceive my hand at work, weaving together my perfect plan. But remember always the heart of true fasting. It is not a tool for manipulation or a means to earn my favor. My love for you is already complete, already perfect. Your fast is a response to that love, a voluntary surrender that says, "Not my will, but yours be done." In your fasting, you declare your dependence on me. You acknowledge that man does not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeds from my mouth. As you hunger physically, you will be filled spiritually, equipped to feed others with the bread of life. I see your struggles, my child. I know the battles you face, the temptations that assail you. But in your fasting, you are forging a shield of faith that no fiery dart can penetrate. Every hunger pang becomes a battle cry, every moment of self-denial a victory shout. For our struggle is not against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the authorities, against the powers of this dark world, and against the spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly realms. Your fast is a weapon in this cosmic battle, a key that unlocks heavenly storehouses of power and authority. As you fast, meditate on my word day and night. Let it be a lamp to your feet and a light to your path. For in the quiet moments of hunger and weakness, my strength is made perfect. It is here, in the secret place of fasting, that I will reveal to you strategies for victory, blueprints for breakthrough. Now go, my child. Spread this message to the ends of the earth, for the harvest is plentiful, but the laborers are few. And let those who have ears to hear join in this holy fast, preparing the way for my glorious return. Remember, in your fasting you are not alone. You join with believers across the globe, a united army rising in power and authority. Though separated by distance, you are one in spirit, one in purpose. The hour is late, but it is not too late. Your fast can turn the tide. Your prayers can change the course of nations. For I am looking for those who will stand in the gap, who will build up the wall in these tumultuous times. Will you answer the call? Will you pay the price of fasting and prayer? For those who do, I promise a reward beyond measure, not just in the life to come, but here and now. You will walk in a realm of power and authority that few have known. The choice is before you. Choose wisely, choose now, for in the economy of my kingdom, your secret fasts are shaping eternal destinies. Now go and